Hello and welcome to another stream. My name's Ray and it is Learning Korean, day 205. 205 is correct. And yeah, yesterday we had a very long vocabulary session and then did one little chapter about one question word, which was why. And we have 3 question words left today. And we will do them to finish up lesson 21, and also we will go into the exercises from the workbook afterwards. So let's go. First of all, one look into MasterReY here. Wow, 45 again. Okay, but 45 is less than the over 100 we had yesterday, so let's do them. We should still easily be able to finish the grammar. Okay, let's go. Okay. Sound and keyboard layout. Some only used with people. 만몇, 몇몇, 몇몇.
몇몇.
I didn't hear anything. Oh yeah, okay. Now it should work. Relationship. Ooh. I want to say something with kyo, but I have no idea about the rest.
관계. 관계.
Okay, 관계. Okay.
관계.
To practice. 연습하다.
연습하다.
Repeatedly. 역시. Okay, then was it 자꾸?
작고.
Yeah. Okay, to be many. 많다.
많다.
Stress.
스트레스.
Experience.
경험하다.
Finally got this word. To be happy. 행복하다. 과학. Something like 충초 적. There was one with U and one with O, I think. Maybe Dung? Chung? No, I don't know.
충동적.
Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, well, actually not too far away. There was an U and there was an O here, and it's both with NG in the end, so I had all of that correct, but just the consonants in the beginning were not correct. Okay. 충동하다.
충동적.
충동적. Okay. 충동적. History. 역사.
역사,
돈.
돈,
화문. 문화.
문화,
개인적.
개인적,
이미. No, that was already right. 다시. 토. Wasn't it 토?
역시,
Ah, okay. But I'm pretty sure 토 is also correct.
역시,
Let me check that. I can't find here. But it's well, it's a particle. It's a particle, so it's probably not showing up here. Yeah, well. Husband. Oh, hi Looney. Welcome to the stream. 남편. 남편.
남편,
How are you, Kopio? What's up? To be satisfied. Oh man, these are really hard words. Is it manjokada or man? Yeah, probably manjokada.
만족하다,
Yeah. How many days you have left? 4? 3? No, wait. Probably like 1 week, right? 4 days is your goal. Okay. For the master thesis for all the non-Germans here. Whoever watches this later on YouTube. Individual, personal, 개인.
개인,
To request. 청. 하다. What? 요청하다.
요청하다,
Also 역시.
역시,
To love, 사랑하다.
사랑하다,
To untie, unfasten, to loosen. 줄다. 풀다.
풀다,
애플, 사과.
사과,
Democracy. 민주.
민주,
Relationship. 관계.
관계, 관계,
To be lovely. 사랑스럽다.
사랑스럽다,
Water, 물.
물,
To read, only used to reading books. 독서하다.
독서하다,
Breakfast. 아침 식사.
아침 식사.
Result. Kill. Kill something. 결과?
결과,
How many vocabulary do you know? I know around 1k words right now. After this session is over, so you see the orange bar here, if it's complete, so like whole bar is 42, I guess like 10 more words or so, then we'll see the exact number. It's shown there. But let me finish this first, and then we have it. 역사적.
역사적,
Disappointed. Disappointed. Manjuk was satisfied. Disappointed. Was similar. Was also like man. Yeah, but I can't tell.
실망하다,
Mang. Okay, 실망하다. Okay.
실망하다,
Scientific. 과학적.
과학적,
Nature. 자연.
자연,
To be curious about. Curious. Don't know this one.
궁금하다,
Kungum. How can I remember this? Kungum. It's a hard one. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I will just hope I
궁금하다.
remembered somehow. 궁금하다. Democratic. 민주적.
민주적,
Disappointing. 실망하다. 실망스럽다.
실망스럽다.
Economy. 경제.
경제,
To walk. 걷다.
걷다.
Disappointed. 실망하다.
실망하다,
Impulsive. 충동하다. 충동적.
충동적,
Not 하다. Impuls. Well. 충동.
충동,
Cultural. 문화적.
문화적,
To be loud. 시끄럽다.
시끄럽다,
Mainly, mostly. 주로.
주로,
To be funny, interesting. 재밌다. 재밌다.
재미있다,
To be curious. 궁금하다.
궁금하다,
Okay, there we go. Complete. Okay, so about the number of vocabulary. So here you can see 1009 words. But around 50 of those are either individual letters or full sentences. And the full sentences, we can't count that because I just learned the full sentence as one block, but I don't know the individual parts of that. So I'm not counting the words from or phrases or letters from this course. So it's around 950. Yeah, and with that, we will go into the grammar. And when do you start with full sentence only? Well, I started with, so I have two courses here. In the beginning, when I started this whole project here on my day 1 of this stream, I started with this Korean 1 course. This Korean 1 course, it was the recommended course of MasterReY, but it's actually pretty bad. So in this course, for example, you have all the individual letters. They are like gray now because I ignored them. But you have stuff like this. Here, karaoke room. Let's go to the karaoke room and so on. Okay. All good. But then we went into something like this. So for example, my friend's name is Mina. But I can learn this whole sentence as this block, but I have no idea. I had no idea in the beginning what this is. The J, what is Chingu? What is this? What is this? Like, I don't know how to put the stuff together or what are the individual syllables here. So yes, I know the sentence, but I just know this one sentence and I can't use that information to build another sentence. So that was not good. So after around 15 to 20 days, when I reached this level here, I stopped using this course and I started another course or another completely other way to learn, where I have this course that is coming from a website, another website, and that course has just individual words, no sentences, no letters or anything like that, just many individual words, and those words are used in grammar lessons on the website that I'm going to now, which is this one, How to Study Korean. And here I have a lot of lessons, and I'm on lesson 22 now, 21. And 21 is about how to ask questions. So here in these, this is grammar. In these grammar lessons, I really learn how to construct sentences. How are the grammatical concepts working? What do I need to do to construct any sentence, any question I want? That's what I'm learning on this website. And every one of these lessons has a vocabulary section in the beginning. And that is always around 40 to 50 words. So yeah, that's how I changed my way to learn after around 20 days in the beginning. So I started with learning all the grammar from this website here, and for every grammar lesson I had around 40 to 50 vocabulary that I learned, and these words were used in this grammar lesson. So when there are some like example sentences here, the cat is under the chair, for example, just some example sentence to learn some grammar, but I also learned cat and chair and under in this lesson as vocabulary. So it's a really great mix from out of grammar and vocabulary. So that's what I'm doing. And from that I learned around 950 words. Yeah, and a lot of grammar, of course. Okay, and so yesterday I learned about how to construct questions with why. And now we will go into the next question word, which is when. Okay, so the usage of when on J is very similar to the usage of where in Korean. As an adverb, it can be used to ask when something happens. For example, When did you go home? 집에 언제 갔어? Okay, so 언제 is here, the when. It's really unusual to have the question word in the middle of the sentence. So this is home, this is to go, and this is when. Yeah, okay, this is just the same, just other tense. When did that girl disappear? 그 여자가 언제 사라졌어요?
그 여자가 언제 사라졌어요?
졌어요. Okay. When did you take a nap? 낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
That was a lot faster than the last sentence.
낮잠을 언제 잤어요? 낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
Oh wow, she's connecting the R here with that O from 언제, despite a space in between. That's very interesting. I never saw that before. Must be some kind of dialect maybe? I don't know. It's definitely another speaker, another voice than the previous sentence as well.
그 여자가 언제 사라졌어요? 낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
Yeah, that's definitely another person saying that, and I've never heard this before. Connect these two letters. I don't think that's very common, to be honest. So we'll just go to the next one. When did that come? 아빠가 언제 왔나요? Not 왔나다, of course. 왔나요. Okay. 아빠가 언제 왔나요?
아빠가 언제 왔나요?
Okay. Particles like puto and kaji, which are often used to indicate from or until when something happens, can be attached to onje to indicate it is unknown from or until when something happens. For example, since when have you been sick? Since when? So basically, from when? So here's the onje. This one, onje. And then the puto, which means from, is just without a space even, directly attached to it. That's interesting. Okay. 언제부터 아팠어요? 언제부터 아팠어요? 언제부터 아팠어요?
언제부터 아팠어요?
어제 and 언제 are not the same word. Yes. I know that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I will not read every single sentence here. But here we have until. Until when? 언제? 언제까지? 언제까지?
한국에서 언제까지 있을 거예요?
Hi Flo, welcome. 언제까지? Until when? 언제까지? Okay. So in Korea, until when? To be, basically. To be in a location. And future form. Okay. I've been studying Korean since last year. Since when have you been studying Korean? 언제부터 한국어를 공부했어요? 언제부터 한국어를 공부했어요?
언제부터 한국어를 공부했어요?
Okay, very nice. 언제 can also be attached to 이다 to ask when something is. Oh, right. Flo, you are again saying the answers to that. That's good. That's good. I will start doing that as well, just to think of other sentences. That's good. Construct more sentences myself. So what are you saying? 2년부터 공부했어. You are learning since 2 years. Nice. Okay, so it can be attached to ida. In these cases as well, it replaces the noun that would normally be attached to ida. Wait, what? It replaces the noun. Why in these cases as well? In what other cases we had something replacing the noun? I guess, yeah, okay, it's... I guess in this case, right? Yeah, okay, so the noun, for example, is the 2 years we have here that Flo is mentioning. Or here the until next year. Yeah, here Kaji is added to Nenyon next year. And here Kaji is just attached to onje instead of the noun. So this is the noun for them. Okay. So whenever you have a statement about the time, you can replace it with when on J. Yeah, to ask about that specific time. Okay, now let's check to ask when something is. The wedding is tomorrow. When is the wedding? Okay, so here we have neil, tomorrow, neil iya. And here we have onjeya. Yeah, okay, so here it is replacing neil, but also the iya gets transformed to only ya, because it's a different letter at the end where you attach it to. Okay. When is the wedding? So when is the wedding? I don't have my ring here. Damn. Yeah, I don't know when the wedding is. The wedding is coming soon. Well, not so soon. Maybe can I just say something like Tunyon? Ja? Tunyonia? That can't be right? Tunyonia? Must be Inyon. Inyonia. Wait, let me figure that out here. 1 second. First of all, I need to know what what number I need to use for year. Okay, year is Sinogreen, so it is Inyon. 2 years is Inyon. Okay. So the full sentence would be 결혼식은 Inion Ia, right? Let me test it. Kyoron Shigen Inion Ia. Yeah, the wedding is 2 years, right? That's it. I need to say the wedding is in 2 years. Is in 2 years. 2 years in 2 years would be something like this, but okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I might have it. We put this in the beginning, and then we put this with IA. Oh man. Right, E is not only 2, but also this. Oh man, I have a big problem here. I need to put a space here, I guess. Isn't 2E? Am I totally confused here? How can the same syllable be 2 and this? I never thought about that before, but it is the case, right? But okay, you say tunion, but here I clearly wrote that you use Sino-Korean when talking about years. So that's really weird right now. So even if that is correct right now, I would not understand it. It's a way, yes, this makes no, yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, okay, the 2 years is correct now, but then I have to go back and see about the number lesson, because that makes no sense for me. I definitely learned that you use Sino-Korean with Nyon. Korean numbers, here we have it. Sino-Korean numbers. Okay, here's no information about years. And here's also no information about years. Okay. Counting month, okay. So why did I put Sino-Korean here? I want to figure that out very quickly. I'm searching for Nyon here. Oh, Nyon is not even used in this lesson. Jesus. Ah, here we have years. Okay, this lesson. Lesson 11. Here we go. Korean years. Here we have it. Korean years. Where is it? Nyon. Some. Here, that is clearly Sino-Korean. Some and cheap. Yeah. Here we have it. I was sure what I wrote down here is correct because I directly wrote it from the lesson. So this thing here is 100% correct. And here is the confirmation. Okay. Korean years before. Here, you must use Sino-Korean numbers. Yes, I'll use like weeks, which means you must use Sino-Korean numbers. There we go. Do we have more example sentences? Ah, here. Iponyon is incorrect. Ah, yeah, right, right. For this year, there's a special word for that. Exactly. So Papago was wrong here when I put Inyon before, and it said this year. That was definitely wrong. Yeah. Well, I know there are words for, like, special words for next and last year. But I don't see anything for 2 years and 1 year. Okay, so where do we end up here? To be honest, I'm not sure, because again, for me, 2 years should be Inyon, like this. So this translation is 100% incorrect. But okay, let's forget about the number for now. Okay, I will just put let's say some. Okay, let's use 3 years. Okay, now we have it. Let's now focus on the ending. Okay, so the sentence I want to say is, the wedding is in 3 years. Okay, the wedding is in 3 years. But this one is clearly, it's a wedding in 3 years. Yeah, because this one is, it is a wedding, and this one is in 3 years. So what do I have to write to say the wedding is in 3 years? I would, like, my intuition is saying, I start with this one. Okay, so the wedding, the is difficult, I guess. You could say, you could use other words like will be celebrated in 3 years or so, obviously. But I want to construct a sentence with if in 3 years, is happening in 3 years. I guess it's not possible in Korean. Yeah, I know there are more extra words for days, 1 day. Haru, itil, and sahul. 1 year, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Okay, yeah. You wrote more above floor. Let me read that really quickly. I don't know what corona is. What you wrote, corona. This one that you wrote above. I don't know. Ah, it's actually the virus. Okay. Well. Okay. So. Yeah, Flo, do you have any idea about the wedding is in 3 years? Is that possible? I think it's not possible to construct that sentence in Korean. I think you have to say stuff like the wedding is happening in 3 years. So you need an extra verb for that, right? Or is there a way to say the wedding is in 3 years? Can I maybe just say something like it's like this one. The wedding 3 years, yeah. Makes no sense, right? That doesn't work. So what's the solution here? Well, I will just copy this, and I guess I will the wedding is in 3 years. Let's see. 결혼 chicken. Yeah, okay, so as I predicted, he's using a different verb here. So it's, yeah, I guess that's the only way then. You have to use an extra verb. Yeah. To become, right? Duida. Never mind, it's not Dueda, it's Duida. Yeah, I have no idea anymore. To turn around, that makes no sense. Okay, I'm officially lost. I don't know what who he is. Okay, yeah, but I don't understand what you mean. You mean this sentence? The wedding is in 3 years? So you're saying the wedding is after 3 years? Or what? But then how would I use it? I guess... wait, this makes no sense. It's... Oh, we are getting married. Okay, this looks better. Looks better right now. Okay, I guess that's the solution. I didn't know this. Like, this is new for me. After. Did I already learn another word for after? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Let me... After. After. Talm. That is, I learned this as next. Or following. Secondly. Here, next the following. After, okay. Oh, and here this douillet is this douille is already here again here. Yes. Okay, I guess I'm diving too deep into stuff that I have not learned yet. So I guess I will stop here and go back to learning. Not so common use. Okay, so you're saying hue is the most common option for after. And you use that to describe or to construct a sentence like A is in 3 years, for example. So it's basically A is after 3 years. That's the normal way how to say a sentence like something is in 3 years. Okay. Okay, hue. Yeah, so see, this whole discussion happened because I tried to answer the question. That's why I sometimes say my level of Korean is not high enough yet to really construct useful answers all the time. It takes a lot of time, and a lot of time goes away from learning this lesson. I guess I just have to do it so that if I don't know exactly how to construct a certain sentence, I'll just think of another sentence that I know how to construct that is that makes sense as well, right? Okay, I always use corona hue after corona. Somewhere after 3 years. Okay, so when is vacation? 방학은 언제야?
방학은 언제야? 방학은 언제야? 방학은 언제야?
방학은 언제야?
방학은 언제야?
Okay, the grammatical principle dingy or tingy is commonly attached to onje to form onje dingy. Onje dingy. You can think of this simply as a word that means whenever. When you learn about the function of dingy in lesson 106, you will understand how this meaning is formed. So in like 3 years. Okay, so that was onje. So what do we remember? We can just put it in any sentence like an adverb, so in front of the verb usually, like here, or like here, or here. So that's very normal. We can also attach pourtant or kaji after that to say from when or until when. And you can attach ida, so here ya or also ya, to it to ask when something is. Okay. Okay then, let's go to where. Odi. Odi works very much like onj. It can be used to ask where something happened if the place is unknown. I want to go home. Where do you want to go? 어디 가고 싶어요? Question. Raise the tone. 어디 가고 싶어요?
어디 가고 싶어요?
싶어요? Okay, so yeah, we have 어디. The first time I see a question word in the beginning of a sentence, by the way. Oh no, we have it here as well. Okay. Okay, I live in Korea. Where do you live? 어디 살아요? Oh, by the way, now that I see the R again, Flo, one question to you. Have you ever seen? Where is it? Wait, I will find it. Here. Look at this sentence, okay? So this is natja, right? Najam. Najamil. Najamil, right? Najamil. And then we have 언제. So 낮잠을 언제. But the audio sample is actually connecting the R from here and the O from here. So it's actually saying 낮잠 으론. 낮잠 으론제.
낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
낮잠 으론제. Have you ever seen that before? That two letters are connected despite a space being there? I personally have never seen that before. And also, this is another person saying it. It's another audio sample, another voice compared to the other. For example, here.
그 여자가 언제 사라졌어요? 낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
So it's a different person. So my prediction is, or my assumption is, that's just maybe dialect or so that this specific person is using, but it's not the normal way to say that. Do you agree? I think you do it automatically when you speak fast. Well, but the sound is very different, right? In the first situation it's an L. In the second situation, if you connect it, it's an R. So one is 낮잠 낮잠을 언제. If I speak it fast, it's just the L connected. So if I just speak it fast, it would be 낮잠을 낮잠을on. That would be just speaking fast. But you clearly have to transform the whole letter from an L to an R if you want to say it like this person.
낮잠을 언제 잤어요?
So this is definitely not the normal L sound, L-like sound that you usually hear for this syllable. So I don't agree that you do it automatically. You don't automatically transform an L-like sound to an R-like sound just by speaking fast. That makes no sense to me. Okay, but anyways, let's continue then. Just like Yogi, E is often omitted from Odi. What? E is often omitted from Odi? We don't even have an E for Odi. Odieso is often contracted to Odiso. But here we just have Odi. No E and no So. Okay, I guess if you saw was the particle that you add when something is really happening inside of a place. So maybe if you ask a sentence like yeah, I don't know where, but you really mean like inside where do you live? Or I guess since it's live and usually you use so for I live in Korea. I guess you can use Odieso, and that is then shortened to Odiso. But that's weird. I mean, if the example sentence here is Odi, just Odi, without any A or eso, then I would always use this anyways. Then I don't have to think about, oh, would I use eso if I construct a sentence that is not a question? Okay, like the same discussion we had some days ago. I can't hear it what you say, sorry. That's very weird. that discussion flow. I can't believe that there's a single person in the world. If I'm able to play that sound very slowly, super slowly, I can't believe there's a single person in the world that does not hear the difference between an R and an L. They're completely different sounds. But anyways, we'll just continue. More examples. I want to do that at home. Where do you want to do that? Okay, that thing. Where? Oh, okay, here we have a saw. Here we have a saw. It's interesting. But when I'm asking this question, I don't have this sentence in my head before that, right? I just asked this question and I don't have the sentence. So I'm not seeing or I'm not thinking of the a saw. But I still have to use the saw here. That's very hard. The only way I can understand when it's happening is when you have a verb that is almost always combined with a saw and never with a alone. Because you asked with hada and action in locations is a saw. You have the verb hada in question. And you're saying hada is always a saw? Oh my god, the spammers again. We have it every single stream lately, right? I think I really have to disable the links in the chat. I can't believe it. It's every single stream. Like every single day we have a spammer in the chat lately. And just because they are able to... They include a link in their message, I could filter every message out that has a link inside. Yeah, because most other streams have any links, like any messages with links blocked. That's because, for example, if you have a very big streamer with thousands of viewers, or even streamers with hundreds of viewers, there are always people, not even spam bots, just normal people who are trying to advertise their own channel, for example. So they put links in the chat. And because the bigger streamers don't want that, they block all messages with links. And I think if the bigger streamers would not do that, they would also get the spam bots. But I guess the fact that no spam bots are on this channel is just a side effect that bigger streamers are blocking links in general because they don't want other people to advertise their Twitch stream. Yeah, anyways, I have to block that as well. It's sad because sometimes people even ask me if they can put a link in the chat, and I say yeah, sure, and it's a useful link, and that's not possible anymore if I block it. Maybe, I hope, maybe if I block those messages, maybe it still shows up in my chat, and I can press a button to allow that message. That should be working. I hope that's the case. Okay. Yeah, we have again a lot of a lot of different stuff here today. So I just was able to finish one little chapter here about when, and we are halfway through the OD. Yeah, we'll finish OD, and then I guess we have to do the rest tomorrow. Okay, so the topic we just discussed is For Hada, eso is very common, or always the case, you say. Can I do something, but not in a location? But include the location in the sentence. Yeah, I guess it's not possible, right? Well, so if I don't do an action inside of a location, I can say stuff like I go to the location. Then the going is not happening inside of the location. What other verbs are there? Like I travel to, yeah, I don't know. I guess with Hada really there is always is, so yeah. Okay. Well, it will still be super hard to remember that. I will probably don't remember that and forgot the saw all the time. And I hope it's not required. I hope OD is still fine even when the verb is Hada, because I will surely forget it a lot. Okay, next one. I came from Korea. Where do you come from? From where did you come? 어디에서 왔어요? Here again, for to come, we have eso as well. I came from inside Korea. The action of coming is happening inside? Not really, right? There was some other case where you use eso. That it's not only when saying when the action is happening in the location, inside of the location. So from A to this is different situation. So from A to this is different situation. I'm not understanding the sentence, sorry. Here we definitely, the difference I can see is here we have the saw only attached to OD, so we don't have the A, but here we have it. I guess the A saw is a different A saw than the A saw we saw here, right? These are two different A saws basically. Okay, so one ASO is action happening inside of a place, and the other ASO is from. That's it, right? Okay, thanks. Yeah, really, these that chapter with all the from, to, until, like all this eso, kaji, edehe, receive it from someone and so on. This chapter where I learned this is for me the second hardest chapter of all the chapters. Like I have the feeling I always do this wrong, and I have to look it up so often. Of course, the hardest one is the passive one, but that one is definitely a close second. So I'm really bad at all these kaji, puto, eso, e. I'm really bad at that. Okay, the particle kaji is commonly attached to odi. Okay, kaji is to, right? To or until. To a location or until a time. So here we have where. So to where are you going, right? Pourtant is not commonly attached to Audi. It's also not common for a place. Okay, yeah, we learned that. Okay. I want to go until, so to Busan. Busan까지 가고 싶어요. 어디까지 가고 싶어요? Until I want to go to Busan. How far? I guess another possible question in English would be, a possible translation to this would be, where do you want to go to, right? Where do you want to go to? I think that's also correct. Because I feel like until is a very weird, unnatural way with places in English. You always say to instead of until. Until is mostly used with times, in my opinion. But okay, we'll continue. We will ride the subway until Seoul Station. Ah, you guys are talking? Are you Korean? No, I'm German like Ray. I'm too from Germany. Very disappointed that Ray don't try to learn Chinese. I tried to learn Chinese, Looney, but Chinese is so much harder than Korean. It's unbelievable. Just because you have all these characters in Chinese and you don't have sounds for it. You have to learn the character and the sounds completely unconnected. And that's, I just can't believe it. I'm not doing it. And also the four different tones where you go up or down or up and down inside one word with your voice. That's a whole different topic as well. so two big reasons that Chinese is way harder. Yeah, Flo Copios, a very, very long time friend of mine. We know each other for probably 15 years by now. Maybe 13 or 14, I'm not sure. But definitely a very long time. No. I'm playing, I know exactly, I'm playing StarCraft since 2004. And in the beginning I didn't know you, so it must be after 2004. But I don't know when exactly. I know I played some StarCraft Macho, so like these fast maps and so on. And then when I started to play low maps, I joined Real. You know the clan Real? And there I met you. I remember that completely. I remember the first game I observed from you against our leader, Real Newbie, aka Teng. I know exactly this time. Yeah, it must be 2005 or 6, one of those. Probably 6, 2006. Okay, anyways, we'll continue, yeah? So here again, I would use to here. We will take the ride or take the subway to Seoul Station. To where will we ride the subway? Or where will we ride the subway to? To Seoul Station. Yeah. Okay, so kaji 2. I have to remember that. That's the most important information. Kaji is 2. 2 or until. And pourtant is only used for times and it means from. Okay. Like on J, it can be used as a noun before ida to ask where something is. Placing odi before ida is really only done if asking somebody directly where they are. Where are you? 어디야?
어디야?
Or when asking where are places. Where is your house? 너의 집이 어디야?
너의 집이 어디야?
Where's your school? 학교가 어디예요?
학교가 어디예요?
예요. Okay, when asking where another person or an object is, it's more natural to use 있다 in this sentence. Where is your friend? 친구가 어디에 있어요? 친구가 어디에 있어요?
친구가 어디에 있어요?
Okay, so we only attach ida to 어디 when we ask where are you or where is a certain place. But for objects and other persons, we use ida as a verb and then 어디 becomes an adverb again. Okay. These would sound unnatural. 아빠가 어디야? 아빠가 어디야? Where is your father? Where's dad? So you would say 아빠가 어디에 있어? 아빠가 어디에 있어?
아빠가 어디에 있어?
Okay. Just like on J, there are of course more complicated ways that 어디 can be used. For now, this is good enough. Okay. Well, that is it for today. Already 15 minutes overtime again. But yeah, I really thought when I started this lesson, I thought, okay, I can do it in 2 days. And now we are at the end of day 3 from this lesson. And there's still 2 more chapters. But oh, okay, 1 more chapter only. 1 more chapter, okay. So tomorrow 100% we're going to finish this lesson. And then we'll go into the exercise from the workbook, and then we'll go into some of the recap videos from previous lessons. Okay, and with that, thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. So, bye bye, annyeong.